Good evening, I hope you're well. The time has just struck 6 o'clock here in the United Kingdom, which can only mean one thing. It is time for a brand new one-day special. How about if I told you, though, everything I've got on these one-day special shows is under £30, and everything is over that £1 marker, which now means Flextravaganza comes into its own. Oh, loving those little tunes, getting into my groove. I couldn't think of the word then. Good evening, I hope you are well. It is 6 o'clock and literally, Marianne Designs for one-day special is what we are looking at here. You've seen Marianne Designs before on the channel that you've got there. And as I said, it's Flextravaganza. You know Flextravaganza by now. Anything over £1, you can now split onto 2 interest-free flexible payments. Now, in theory, if this was last week, you would be paying £29.94 today, which you are today. But today, I can give you on 2 interest-free flexible payments on this one of £14.97. £14.97 are going to get you all these beautiful dies. Now, these are dies with a difference. You've got your standard dies, let's call them, at the top. Your worker dies. Then you have your element dies. These are your cross-stitch dies that we're looking at. It's going to give you those tiny little pinholes so you can cross-stitch. You're getting your tags in there of different sizes. You're getting your backboards, you're getting your hearts, you're getting your diamonds, and you can create tags that looks like this. We are going to give you tags that look like these. You can create so many beautiful samples. Just using the tags on their own and their reinforcers really work well. From cards, from bookmarks, to your standard. You can also create your own designs. How about if I told you you can create designs like this? Straight off the bat, you can create cards that are going to look like this. And you're thinking, well, how? You're showing them on the tee. How am I going to do that? Because you're going to get the instruction sheet as well. Only with the one-day special, you are going to get the instruction sheet to set you on your way to make all the beautiful cards that you currently see here at the moment. I absolutely love them. £29.94 or 2 interest-free flexible payments on this one of just over £14 is what you're looking at today. 973392 is your item number, and I'm not alone. No. When we talk Marianne Designs, there is only one person that we can talk to, and that is the very lovely, I'm going to point that out now, on air and off air. What you see on the telly is what you see in real life. It's very true. Some of them aren't like that. It is the lovely Sue Smith. You all right, my love?
Hello. Yes,
how are
it's
you?
Me again. I'm good, thank you.
It's been a while since we worked together.
Yeah, how lovely.
Yes. What is it about Marianne Designs that you like, especially this sort of concept?
Oh, there's so much product, really, and there's so many little bits to choose from and incorporate in your designs. There's like the creatables and the craftables and the collectibles. It's just brilliant. I love the whole thing.
Oh, it's a lot. I can't say what I was going to say. It's a lot of balls, isn't it? It's a lot of stuff that you've got here. Collectibles, craftables that you've got there. It's all the above. There's a lot of eyeballs in this, and a lot of things that you can do with it, and there's a lot of scope, because I see this as not as a cross-stitcher, I see it as all year round. Definitely, because you can create your own designs. Yes. Whether you're soft craft, whether you're paper craft, it doesn't really matter. Because it's very mixed media, because you're going to miss the cross stitch with your paper craft in there as well.
Yes, I mean, personally, I love sewing, stitching, with card onto paper as well. And this just suits me down to the ground. I think it's brilliant, and it's lovely to have a go at that cross stitch again, because I did it when I was at school years ago, so I've really enjoyed.
I'd never say years ago.
Years ago.
Like a day over 21 in my eyes.
You're too kind.
But how about, so if I've never cross stitched before though, the holes are quite big on this, so it's going to be easy to see the design and map it all out, I feel.
Yeah, it's really easy, and once you get going, it's so addictive. Yeah, it's brilliant, therapeutic, it's great.
And it's not just cross stitch, could you embroider with this as well?
You can, yes, you can do longer stitches and get really sort of adventurous with it and cut different mediums, cut different card. So, yeah.
I love it. Because in theory, in the grand scheme of things, what you're going to look at, especially for the hearts and the plates like that, if you just cut them out of red, they're still going to work because you're still going to have the pin flare hole detail that's in there. But then you could put some little elements in there. So you could put initials in there. All you need is a bit of grid work, a gritty paper, and you could work it out yourself where your crosses are going to go and where all your letters are going to go with this one. £29.94 with a £6 saving, and everything on this show is under £30. Let me point that out now. 973392 is your item number. Not the only thing I've got on the show, though. Now, you weren't meant to see these at this sort of point at the show because we were going to sort of cross-stitch that were on here, but they're already ridiculously busy. These are absolutely beautiful. They really, really are. What you are getting in here is you are getting your border and you're getting your beautiful words that you've got, your winter wishes, and you're getting your stags and your deers and your does. I'm a big fan of a stag anyway. To me, a stag is Christmas, but they are, once again, they can be all year round. But it's the detail that's in these that I adore. Yeah,
that's right. And they have the little sort of lines in there that actually cut. So they're quite deep and prominent, the little sort of detailed lines. So you don't just get an outline, you do get a lot of detail within them as well. And when you ink them up, that can really show.
It does show the beautiful emblem that you're getting here. Now, obviously, the trees and the little boys are in other sets. It's more about this that you're getting. It's absolutely stunning. But then bringing in those beautiful little stags and deers. And it's the detail. Once again, look at the detail in craft card that you're getting in there. £11.99 for these ones is what you're looking at. 026066 is your item number. As is in English, that you get it, but the company's based in the Netherlands is what it is, but ours are in English, don't worry than that. That you've got the warm winter wishes is what it's actually going to say once it's all cut out. But you also get the outer ring as well. So you also get that sort of coaster look that you've got. So if you want to make your mandalas, if you're going to make your medallions and things, you can see on there how it all cuts out absolutely superbly. It is absolutely beautiful. £11.99 is what you're looking at for this one, but it's not £11.99, is it? Split the cost into 2 interest-free flexible payments. Pay now and pay in a month's time. 026066 is your item number. Something else, though. I like this one as well. This one's fun. This is your embroidery, ice crystals and Santa Christmas die set that you're looking at here. So it's sort of a 2-in-1 or a 3-in-1 that you get. So you've got your beautiful Santa Claus that you get there. This says Christmas, by the way, so it does say Christmas that you've got with that beautiful Santa Claus that can peer over the top.
Xmas.
Oh, Xmas. Well, it's sort of your Xmas, your Christmas, your Xmas that you've got. I love it. Xmas. I really, really do, because I like the top one as well. This die that you've got here is stunning because it can cut in and out of the card, can't it, Sue?
Yes, I really like this. I think it's really sort of fresh and modern looking, and there's quite a lot of stitching embroidery style on cards these days, and I just think it's wonderful. And there's some scope there to do different stitching to create different looks of your snowflakes.
I love it. I really do think it's beautiful. So if you want to see what the Xmas cut's like, it's just there, look. So that's with this little cheeky Santa. And you also get that Santa as well. So you are going to get that Santa included with your build your own Santa that you've got there. So you've got all the eyes and the nose and the mouth. I also see a little reindeer there as well. I don't know if anybody else does. Round where the face is. Where are we? Here. So if you just look there, you draw up antlers on that. Get rid of that bit there. You draw antlers. You've got yourself a little reindeer. There's the little ears down there if you wanted to use them. I think it's got scope, this. I think there's legs. There's not legs in it, but you know what I mean. It has got little legs on it. I absolutely adore it. £15.99 is what you're looking at. 118516 is your item number. Right then, Christmas tree and bauble is up next. And background sheets is one that you're going to get. So if you're struggling for ideas, this is where the background sheets come into play that you're going to get. This is what you're actually going to get. Let me show you what you're going to get in this one. So you're going to get one of the papers each. Okay, so you're going to get one of the papers. Each paper has got 3 of the sheets on there. So you've got 3 of the sheets on there. So you've got 3 different backgrounds. And then you're also going to get your dies with your outer edge. Let me show you some of the dies that you are going to get. So this is what you can... Oh, I think these are beautiful. Look at those. Now, obviously, this has been stamped onto. Yours will come blank. And yes, it's in Dutch once again because they're a Dutch company. But you can stamp whatever you want there. This just if you don't know what to do and you're a bit stuck for ideas, I think this is the way to go.
Yes, because you can just do your cross stitch and then just place it on one of those background designs. Yes.
And it really, really works that you're getting in there. Look at that. So you're getting all of these that you get as well. The little penguin. Obviously, that's done on the round. So it's done on the circular. Well, how do I get in a penguin? You're actually getting a bauble. If we go back down to the dies, you'll see what we're getting down here. So you're getting the die of the circle. You're also going to get the outer edge of the die as well that you're getting there. You could actually make tree decorations with these ones as well. You can make so much with them. You can also get your little Christmas trees that you've got. Then you've got your 6 backgrounds, which I absolutely adore. But then you could turn them into tiny little baubles yourself. So we've turned them into little baubles that you've got that we've just hung on a tree, but these could be tags. Imagine embroidering a handmade tag with just an initial on in black thread. Do it on white card. Is there a rigidity of card that we need?
Most of the normal paper crafting card is fine, but I'd go for like between 200 and 300 GSM, okay. I think.
Do you
want some rigidity?
You sort of want some sturdy weight in there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but you don't want it too thin. Yeah, but you could obviously if you wanted to say do it on vellum or something, then give it a go. But you just have to be more careful. But I would suggest, you know, 200 to 300. Yes.
I suppose the thinner you go, the tighter you pull your thread. You've got a caution of ripping the holes in between, I'm guessing.
Yeah, or it'll just keep bending.
Oh, just keep rolling around.
It'll just keep bending, yes.
You don't want that. You don't want to roll around on your Christmas tree, do you? £13.99. Like these a lot. Because once again, I know I say it a lot, but there is a lot of scope in what you can do. There's also a lot of scope in the next little bundle, tags. Now, we've brought to you tags before, but not by Marianne Designs. These tags are beautiful because you get a bit of everything. You get a 5.8 by 5.8 centimetre square in there, and you're also going to get your tags of different sizes. Once again, really handy to have, because once you start putting them together, how beautiful is that? First of all, that as a tag on its own is stunning. It really is on glitter card. But you stick those together, that's really nice on top of a gift.
It's a lovely shaped tag, isn't it? And that a specific size of the cross-stitch die holes there, that ties into one of the tags nicely. It fits. Or 2 of the tags, I think that's another size.
It is a little... Yeah. I did wonder, I don't know if it's a snowman with a party hat on, or I think he's just looking up, or they just can't be bothered to do the eyes, they've run out of time. But I like that. So once again, so that fits in 2 of them. You can put it straight into your cards as well. So you can put it straight into your card, should you wanted to. Here's another tag that you've got. I love that. Look at that. They don't have to be Christmas, though, remember. These are just blanks, and you can be anything you want them to be. They could have been anything you wanted to be. £14 and £14.99. 732777 is your item number. Next one, very busy. Very busy for the next 2. You like the larger circle and the larger square that you've got here. And you can sort of see why. The circle is 8.5 by 8.5 centimetres that you've got there. And the square is 8.6 by 8.6 that you're looking in there. Look at that. You could do baubles. You can go down the sewing route with this. That's quite clever. But look at those. You've just got a beautiful circle to practice cross-stitching. And you really can't go wrong because it's sort of like an open hole that you've got, which I like. You could go down this route. That's upside down, but if your name was Wilma, that would look nice. If your name was Margaret, that would be nice that you've got there. £12.99. There is loads more on the website as well. Let me show this. I have to show this. Oh, no, that's another product. I'll show that in a minute. I'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry. £12.99, 367211 is your item number. Jump to the website. Everything is on there for you. Everything is on the website. Stop ahead. I've got another counter. I've literally got another counter that we've not even seen yet, not even got there. I'm far too busy. We are so busy this hour. It's worth having a little look. Tassel Makers. I've not seen them for a while. Tassel Makers. So if you like making your fuchsia, I'm going to say. Yeah, the fuchsias, the ones that look like ballerinas. They're about ballerina scissors. You can make fuchsias from those. I absolutely adore them. We've got those on the show. So if you wanted to go that room, we've got some decorative dies as well, also featuring on the show. We've got some flower dies on the show. If you want a little poinsettia, we've got those on there. There's that little background one. All your different sizes of cross stitch as well. And I've also got things individually, but I haven't got much on it. Look at that. £4.99 for that little star then. Did you see it? £4.99. You can split the cost of that onto two. £4.99, you can split it into 2 interest-free flexible payments. Even, obviously, the big saving is on that big collection. £3.99 for the hearts. Just saying. If you want to buy, maybe you buy the big collection for you. You just buy a few bits for neighbour, friend. £3.99, you can split the cost of that into 2 interest-free flexible payments. You wouldn't even notice it coming out the bank, would you? Let's be fair. For £29.94, you're going to get the lot. Everything that you currently see in front of me. Par finish samples, presenter's own. 973392 is your item number. Right, should we get to a demo? Let's get to a demo to see what we can do with this. Is it possible to start at the basics?
Of course
and work our way up, because in case no one's ever done this before.
Of course it is, yes.
Fabulous.
I'm all for showing the basics. So I'm going to use this Craftables one, the sort of diamond-shaped die. And they do cut beautifully when you run them through your machine. So I've got some card here. This is 300. So I'm just going to die cut that. I don't want to think about how it's going to be positioned on the card at this stage. So
okay.
I'm just going to, this is a piece of scrap card. So I'm just going to basically cut more or less, you know, quite close to it. So I'll run that through my machine and then I'll end up with this. So the holes are a good size. Some you have to poke out, you know, because they always get caught in there, but it's it does cut beautifully. And then I've just got some, this is embroidery thread that I've had in my stash for a while. So I'm going to stitch with this because it's quite nice and Christmassy. And the needle that you need is sort of an embroidery needle. So not really a sewing needle because you need a thicker one and one with a slightly bigger eye in it.
Of the one-day special, the details on the screen, 10% of the stock now has already gone. 10% of the stock of the one-day special now has already gone. Is there a certain thickness of thread that we need as well? Obviously, we don't want to go too thin because it's going to look a bit...
Yeah, this is probably at the thickest you'd want to go. But when we do the normal embroidery threads, which I've got some down here, so this is the normal embroidery skein. So with this one, then I would suggest you split it into two.
Or two skeins.
Yeah, split the skein into two. So you get 6 threads, so you work with 3. So you just split the 6 into half.
Into 3.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got and work with the 3. That's quite a good.
So that's the right thickness.
Yes,
and 3 skeins.
Yeah.
3 skeins is what you're looking for.
This is slightly thicker. So don't have, you know, a mega long piece. Have a, you know, just a short arm's length. And then with cross stitch, basically it's just diagonal stitches across one way and then diagonal stitches in the other direction coming the other way, just to make the cross basically. And the thing to remember is to work from the top down, because then you're not holding and squashing all your work as you go. So work from the top down. So whichever way I'm going to have this, I'm going to start here because I'm just going to work in this thread all the way along. So I'm going to do my first, this is 1 stitch. 4 holes is like, you can look at that as 1 stitch. So I've done the diagonal from bottom left to top right, and then I'm going to go back in and then do the other diagonal to make the cross. So that's my top first stitch. And then I'm going to come down to the second row, which is here. and come up at that bottom left-hand hole.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go diagonally to the top right hole. So always sort of look at it as squares. So this is the square here. So now I'm going to move on to this square. I'm not going to complete that stitch. It's easier just to do a run, a straight line of your diagonals all in this direction. Okay, so when you get to the end, then you can drop down to the bottom and then create your crosses all the way back along. And then you kind of finish and start and finish over to the left-hand side. So I'll just complete this one. So this is my 2 rows complete. I've done it this way instead of this way because I'll be jumping across quite a lot at the back. I'll be jumping my thread across.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like a bit of a waste of thread. So I find it easier to work down, and then it'll be neater and I won't be jumping across with the thread at the back. So now I'm on my 3rd row. So it's really easy and therapeutic to do, great for young children to do, young adults to do.
I'm guessing supervised if it's, I suppose you can get plastic
really
needles
young
now.
children, yeah, you can get more blunter needles, if, you know, so they don't hurt themselves. So, and this is great for beginners because you're not looking at a pattern, basically. You're just filling the holes with one colour thread and it'll look effective.
You're just doing crosses, that's all you're doing.
That's all you're doing, yeah. Now I'm going back. And also, because I'm going from left to right to do my first diagonals, and now I'm going back over them, what's a good practice as well is I'm going now down into a hole that's got 3 other threads in it.
Okay.
Yeah? So it's neater for me to push down. If I was going to push up, I might snag some of those threads and it might end up looking more messy. So I'm going, and it always works out like this if you go from top to bottom and then left to right.
Also, we always go back into the same hole as well to create designs.
Yes, yeah, you can have up to 4 threads, you know, in one hole. That's why the holes are a reasonable size.
Remember, you get your design sheet in here as well. You're going to get Santa's sleigh. You're going to get the candle. You're going to get the little tree. But if you took the baubles off, that could just be a tree for all year that you've got there. You've got the little birdhouse as well. And you've got the Santa's sleigh. So you get all those as inspiration. All you need to do is add your threads. You'll find those on the website. Do not worry. Just a quick one before we go back to demonstration. The end of calls on this show are amazing. They really are. You've got the Santa's die set that's in there. You've got a lantern on there. And you've got the XXL die set for $7.99. So if you really do want to go big with your designs, that may be the way to go for $7.99. And you can still split those under interest-free flexible payments as well. It's worth having a go. We've had a little question in.
Oh, I love questions.
We've had a little question from Deborah. From Milton Keynes. She's asking, can we see the die go through a die machine at some point during the hour?
That's where I'm from, Milton Keynes.
Oh, you see, you may know that.
Nice one, Deborah. Of course, yes.
At some point, just to run one through, just so she can see how they cook.
I can do it now.
Oh, let's do it.
Definitely. Let me do this one. Why not? So I've placed it on there.
Oh, yeah, watch your water.
I'm going to move my water out the way. A tip that I would say, I'm sorry, I'm going to bring this back.
No, it's all right.
A die cutting tip is, if you put it towards the edge, then that's slightly more pressure going through the rollers rather than in the middle. So with small pieces, I always put them over to one side. Okay, let's run that through. And I am going to bring it back. That's it. There we go.
Look at how this cuts.
Hardly any left in there.
Look
they're only sitting there. You can flick them out.
That's perfect.
And this cleans quite well as well. Just give it a tap and they'll start falling out.
There you go. I hope that
Yeah.
answers your little email. If you have any more questions or emails, do not hesitate to drop me a line, studio@thecrafter.com. I'm almost 20% now of your one-day special stock has already gone. Almost 20% of your stock. 973392 is your item number. £29.94. But why pay that? Well, you can split the cost into two. £14 and a few pence. 97 pence. Call it 15 quid. Can't go wrong. Go on, Sue.
That's a great question, though. Thank you, Deborah, because I'm like, I skipped that.
Hard,
task. Yeah. So what I was going to show is basically you just carry on in that manner, and then on the back really should be looking as neat as the front, really, if you're doing it right. So here I have lots of little stitches going the other way, straight stitches, and the loose thread has automatically been stitched over as well. You don't tie knots in your yarn, so it'll automatically get sewn in.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to cut that off. No, I might finish that when I have some spare time. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to trim around these diagonal diamond shapes and use this piece as it is. So once I've stitched it, I'm going to snip and follow, because you can sort of see a basic outline from the die itself. So I'm going to follow that and cut all the way round, which I've done earlier, and it comes out like this. And I just think that's nice,
that's
just
cute.
on its own. So I've just cut this strip, and there you have the back where
that's
it all
very
looks, all looks straight.
It does.
Okay, so I'm going to team this up with some lovely glitter paper, this is Marianne design paper that was available on the previous show on the 28th, if anybody managed to get the glitter card.
Probably still on the website, if you have a little look.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's very sturdy. It's lovely. So I'm going to work with this, and also I'm going to mirror this pattern by just trimming the bottom to match, leaving a border. And I'm going to go back the other way. I should be holding it down a bit better, just so I make sure I get an even border all the way around, just on this bottom edge, and then trim it to size, which this card is pretty much the right size that I want. Okay, and then I get a piece like this, and I've trimmed it down to fit my card blank. It's actually a bit wider than an A6, so I've chosen a 5x7 card. So I need to trim this down just so it fits nicely, which I've done here. And I've trimmed it down a bit at the bottom as well, just to make it a nice looking shape. Looks a bit like a crown, doesn't it?
It does.
You can make some party, or Christmas crowns.
It really does look beautiful. If you've got the candles, the battery-operated candles, they would work really well on this.
Oh, to surround them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lovely idea. Yeah, I like that, Adam.
Don't sound so surprised, sir.
So I'm just going to put some glue across the top. Actually, you are good with your ideas.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm just going to stick it across the top because I kind of like the fact that it can lift up naturally. And with this piece, I'm just going to add
This was my next question. How do we stick this down? Because it's got the threads on, so what would you say would stick it down? Glue, red liner tape, foam tape?
I'm just going to use some foam pads, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to use some foam pads. I don't really want to use glue because that could seep through into the holes. So I'm just going to put a...
How about red liner tape?
No, I wouldn't use that, actually. I just think the colour might show.
Oh, OK.
Yes, I quite like the fact that these are white.
Yeah, but red liner tape's clear, sir.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's the backing that's pinky red
The red
colour.
liner is red, yeah.
Of course. Yes, you could use that then. Yes. I just automatically thought, oh, no, it's the colour. But you're right, it is clear. They shouldn't call it red liner tape, should they?
I wouldn't take on red liner tape, so I wouldn't take that on. It's bigger than me and you put together. I wouldn't take them on. But maybe you bought foam pads in the happy hour that we had at 3 o'clock.
Oh, Oh, drop that one.
I'd read that in the Sun. Sue Smith takes on red liner. Oh,
no.
Can see it now. High Court in London. Red liner tape rolls in.
Okay.
Literally
Right.
rolls in. See.
So we just finished the card. I'm going to use this lovely Xmas. I just love the size of this. I just think it's great. So I've cut that out of the same 300 GSM card, actually.
It cuts
And
beautifully.
I've actually cut it out 3 times.
Ooh.
Because what I want to do is I want to create a nice chunky caption that's going to stand out. So I'm placing some glue in several places here because I just want to stack them up. And I want to get like a caption that's kind of a bit chipboardy looking.
Yeah, 300 as well, so 369, it's like 900 GSM.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if the beady-eyed people amongst you, if you can see like a little pink shadowing around this, that's actually coming off the die because it's brand new and I've just used it. Some of the paint is just coming off. But that'll get less and less. So, you know, be mindful of that. If you're going to stick this onto white card, it might show. But after a few runs through your machine, it's going to be fine. So I'm going to stick another one on, and then I get this quite nice chunky caption.
Chunky.
Chunky. So I'm just going to stick this on my card, just as it is. I just want to keep it simple and plain. So I'm not going to use any of the stamps with it. I'm just going to use this as
Sometimes you don't need to because the stitching's done all the work.
That's right, yeah. Sometimes less is more, isn't it?
That's what they say about me.
So got some glue on there. Okay, so I'm just going to place that centrally
Adam, remember,
on there.
less is more.
Squash it down. I'm going to press it down so it tries to adhere to that glitter card. And then that's all it needs, I think.
Look at that.
There you go. So, and these cross-stitch dies are not too big, so you can have a little quick session with them and create lots of different colours and have fun.
It is absolutely beautiful. You are looking at the one-day special. Obviously, the Christmas was from another one, but you could put a star on that if you wanted to. £29.94. 20% of the stock now has already gone, but it's not £29.94. Please forget that price because it's 2 months' payments. I'll give you it. We are in Flextravaganza, which now means you can split the cost £14.96. 96 pence. Oh, 97. Oh, 97 pence. £14.97 is what you're looking at. 973 392 is your item number. Now, this next one I like a lot. Poinsettia. Oh yeah, poinsettia. But it builds up. Build your own poinsettia. I spin it round. You build them up to create the lovely poinsettia along the top that you've got there. So you start with your 2 leaves and you get 2 leaves again. It's only £10.99. It's not even that. It's half price that. Half it again. And you pay half this month, half in a month's time. I know we say that a lot, but I don't want you to forget about Flextravaganza. It's there to be used. Really do use it. 609174 is your item number. Or if you don't like poinsettias, thinking, I like the idea, but I'm not a fan of poinsettias. We've got the beautiful flower that we've got here. Look at this for the hellebore. Am I saying that right, Sue? Hellebore?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Sue said yes. So I didn't realise she was having a swig at the same time. I don't think we're allowed blue nun, Sue, in the studio. £10.99. I don't think we're allowed it. £10.99. Once again, it works on the same concept. Didn't think anyone drank it these days, apart from me. Look at these. It's absolute. So it's easy flowers to put together, but you're going to get those beautiful flowers as well. Add them to your cross-stitch designs that you've got in there as well. It's worth having a little look at. I like these because then if you want stamens, to go in the centre of your flowers, I've got stamens. I have got stamens for you of all different shapes and all different sizes. So, the dies are these, okay? Now, once you've got the dies that you get, it does look a bit, or panpipes, I feel. I feel like I should be standing there. Little panpipes, or a little set of false teeth. Don't you think? They work quite well. What are you looking at? That's the way I always look. So I'll keep those. Take the false seal. Oh, these are my own. Now, once you've got these, you roll them round a cocktail stick, you roll them round a pencil, something like that, and you're going to get things that look like these, okay? Now, once you've got them, you can then open them out, fan them out a bit, and then you've got stamens. But then what I would then do is I'd blob a bit of glitter on my bat, dip it in a bit of glitter, dip it in the glue, then dip it in the glitter. So then my stamens would have glittery ends. Or they're tassels as well. If you're wondering what the string's about, they're tassels. So you could turn them into tassels. Now, maybe you're bag making. Maybe you're going to put them onto your presents. Now, if this was a later show at 10:15, I'll show you a trick with these, but I can't. So, well, I love a tassel that you've got there. But you've got different shapes and different sizes that you've got with these. Absolutely love. This show's all right. It don't get repeated. So, but they are beautiful tassels once again that you've got, and it's all there in different sizes. So you've got straight. Okay, you've got the ones that are straight, you've got the ones that are wavy. So there's two different designs that you are looking at in there. Love them. £18.99 is what you are looking at for your beautiful little tassels. From there, we then move on. I don't know either, viewer. We then move on to our alphabet. Now, these, uppercase and lowercase, these are a bit fancy, though, aren't they? Look at these for an alphabet set that you're getting here. It's quite hard to work them out. I'll give you your due that you've got there. But you start with A here. So this is your A. And then you've got your B, your C, your D. You know your alphabet. But it goes all the way down to Z that you've got there. Then you've also got your lowercase as well. But in lowercase, you've also got numbers. So you've also got numbers to fill in. So you've got uppercase, lowercase, and you've got your number set as well. £15.99. Remember on that as well. I'll also split it onto two interest-free flexible payments because we are in Flextravaganza. Something else that we've got, this is Anya's horizontal folding die. I think I met her once. This sample, though, ignore this for a minute. This sample here, made by Sue's mum. Let's just appreciate that for a minute. That's not just any old card. That's Sue's mum's card. There you go, look at that. Well done, Sue's mum. Is she watching, Sue?
Oh, yes, she will be.
She will be. There you go. What's Sue's mum's name?
Janet.
Janet. Well done, Janet. Beautiful. Pride of place. Your other one's pride of place as well. I made sure they were. You don't get that with Yanis. Now, he's busy doing other stuff. Now what you get here is you're getting a large die that you get on here. A large old die. So you're getting an outer edge, but it's sort of an outer edge of two. So it's going to give you the card base. So if you're brand new to making cards, I'm sure Janet won't mind if I fold us back up. It's going to give you that card that looks like that. So once you fold it down, it's going to give you that sort of medallion look that you've got going on there. Then you've also got the flowers that you can put down the bottom, and you can put your greetings and your wishes in the middle. It works well with the sentiment from that scent that we bought you, the warm winter wishes, because you've got the oval, and these ovals also match. The circles also match that you've got. 012423 is your item number, £16.99. Last but no means least, folding round. This is your folding round because it folds round. That you've got your little tabs that's going to fold round. It's going to fold round, £12.99. You get your flower in the middle as well, and you get your outer edges. There's a lot of dies here, a lot of metal for your money. So you get your outer edge, then you get your second one. There's your third one, and your flowers that also look into these. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you can get in close just here. I think that's what it all cuts out to be. So ignore all these. That's what else you can get in the set. It's just them four. That's what you're getting. Beautiful. £12.99, 857185 is your item number. Absolutely love it. Right then, shall we go back for another demonstration? Because we ain't got long left. Where's this hour going? Right then, Sue, don't rush though. You've got time. What are you up to?
I think you've been on the blue nun, Adam.
Don't start them. Don't start them rumours. She was cold. I was giving her a hug.
Right, I'm going to work with this lovely Christmas rose hellebore die and stamp set. I think it's great, and it produces lovely flowers. I like the fact that all the petals are together, so you don't have to fiddle around cutting loads of them. And you get the centrepiece, two centrepieces, and the leaf. And then that's a little bud piece as well. I'll have that as well. Okay. And the packaging is great because you get instructions of how to put the flower together.
I would laminate this.
Yes, definitely
keep it.
Yes, yeah, that's really useful as well. And the sort of colours inspiration as well on there. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out of 190 GSM watercolour card. Okay, so I'm going to run those through the machine. I won't let you see me do that, but they do cut well. And then I'm going to give them a little bit of colour, simply. So I've got some Victorian velvet. I'm just going to put a little bit on my mat. And just, what I do is I just put some clean water all over the petals.
Okay.
There's some small ones and big ones. So you use all the ones that come in the set. You will use all of those. And then just pick up some of the ink and just smoosh it around the base of the petal, and then just let it sort of blend out. So I'm not colouring it all, but just put a pop of colour, because I want it to look like a hellebore actually, rather than a Christmas rose, which are white and green in the middle. I kind of would like it to look like a classic hellebore. So do that with all the petals, and then with the leaves do a similar thing, but I've got some twisted citron. I'm using the ink as well because I just think it's a brighter, looser colour. I just love painting with these inks, actually. And then I've got mowed lawn to put a touch down at the bottom just to make it darker. I might bring some of that twisted citron up. So paint all the leaves like that. You get two sorts of leaves, they're the same, this one. So that one, and then you get this one as well.
Remember, if you don't think, oh, what's that? I can't remember what I cut out. It's all on the back of the packet. Everything's on the back of the packet for you, so you know what you're doing.
And then the centerpieces. So with this, the Stamen one, I am putting a pop of colour just in the middle. Oh, have I got some glue on that one? Look at that! What's happening here? The paint, the ink's not soaking in. Look, it's got little beads on the top.
Oh.
I must have touched it with some glue or something. It's like two beady eyes. So I don't know what's happened to that one, but it should soak into the watercolour card. And then with this one, I'm just going to colour it all bright green. And then you've got this element as well, which is like a bud. So again, just put some green on this one, sort of paler green, and then the little bud petal area. I'm just going to show that a little bit of the Victorian velvet as well.
Oh, right,
so once you've done all that, then you can start stamping them. So I'm just going to swipe these to one side. I'm bringing my dry set in that I've previously
So we cut colour, then stamp. We don't stamp, cut colour. Is there a special way of doing this?
Well, no, you can experiment, but just for this purpose, and I just thought this is the look I want, because I'm now going to stamp. You've got veins and patterns.
Okay.
Veins for the leaves and patterns for the petals. So I kind of want the background. This is like the background for the petal, and now I want to stamp detail on it. So I do kind of want to colour first and stamp over the top. So with this one, I'm actually going to bring in my oxides because they've got that pigment sort of in them, which is good for stamping over the top of other colours. It's not as translucent as the inks. So I've picked a light colour because I don't want it too sort of showy. I just want a delicate look. And I like this warm lipstick colour. So just simply stamp over the top of your dried colour. It's quite quick to do. And then the same stamp goes on the smaller petals as well, like that.
It gives you that sort of mottled look.
Yes, which are, you know, the hellebores do have that, don't they? And then this is quite clever because you've got the veins, one slightly going one way and one the other way. So I'm just going to take that one off. And then for this one, I'm going to use another paler colour, green obviously, Shabby Shutters. So let's get the right one. So that's the wrong one, it's not going to match.
Oh, this is the right way and wrong way.
Yes, there is, yeah. So one leaf leans over to the right, so I want the veins to lean over to the right as well. And I just think that's quite a nice effect. It's subtle, that's what I want. I don't want like a dark green vein. I want it to sort of blend in.
Bit like me, subtle.
What, with those tassels? Right. So
stuck with you, that, isn't it?
I know, I've got this. No, I won't say.
No, don't. We'll get taken off the telly.
But
Don't say it. I push me luck as it is.
Focus on my demo here.
It's lovely. I love this. I like this fact of you can build a flower. You haven't got to be the best painter. You haven't got to be the best artist with this one, because you break it all down. And every flower is different.
Correct.
Which is I like.
It's just these little processes that don't take long. That's right. And now I can glue them together. Just like the packaging says, if I bring that back in. So with the big petals, you get 2 sets. So that's that one, and a single. Mm-hmm. So you just pick one double up, put a blob of glue in the middle, and then just...
literally follow.
Just put it on there,
and
then you get
already.
a gap. You get a gap, so that's the gap is just then to put the single petal in. And it's quite nice because they sort of turn different ways.
They overlap each other.
Yes, yeah. And then to hide that piece in the middle, then you can put your stamen piece in, or first of all, you need that bright green.
See, this is where I think the tassels would come into play here, yeah.
Tassels come into play here?
I think if you wanted to change the look of the flower, you could put your little tassels in the middle to give it sort of like a trumpet, like a daffodil sort of effect.
Yeah, if you cut the fronds down.
Yeah, if you cut them down, yeah.
And bend them, yeah.
It's going to give you a totally different look of the flower.
Yes, good idea.
That's 2 I've had this hour. That's Scotch egg I had before I come on.
I'm just going to give them a little bit of a pinch in my fingers just to
look at that.
give them a bit of life.
And would this work with the foams that we do, the flower foams, and could we use these dies with those?
It's cut foam, yes, yeah, and felt, yes. You could cut other mediums with them, yes, that's fine. OK, so I've already done 2 of those. Let's shove that to one side. That's it. And I've already put the little bud pieces together. I've got my leaves. Right, and let's make the card base now. Right, I just want to wipe that ink away because I just don't want to contaminate anything with that. OK, and now I'm going to use this die here, this one.
Oh, OK, the wraparound.
And yes, I like the fact, I love circles, and I like the fact you've got this circle focal point in the middle. And it just works really well with these lovely flowers. So I'm going to use that. Can I just say, with Marianne Design packaging, they also give you inspiration for other products. So this die here is just this image. You don't actually get this one as well. Yeah. It just gives you a suggestion, like with that other caption. I've got it here. With this one, you don't actually get the mandala. Just want to say that. You just get, because it gives you suggestions of other sets.
Yeah, they work well with.
Yeah. OK. So I've got a long piece of, it's A4, and I've just chopped a bit off the middle, off the bottom rather, and it's just over, well, it's 15 centimetres deep, but that's A4 across there. And what I want to do is I want to score down the middle to create a fold, because I want to cut into the front of the card, so that's going to be there. So I'm going to cut that out, and then I'll get this. So you get that circle image there, and then it scores the top and bottom, so you can fold that back. Okay. And then I've folded that, so that's my card base now. So that's how I want to use this. I mean, you could use it like that way as well, but I'm going to use this as a bigger card. Okay, what I want to do quickly, I've got so much to do and so much I want to decorate.
Oh, we've got ages yet, don't worry about it.
I just want to add a frame round this.
You've got about 2 minutes.
That's not long.
No, you haven't, you've got 8.
Oh.
You've got 8 minutes.
If I don't finish it, I'll show you what happens.
You've got ages yet.
OK, I just want to, as this is a nice delicate card, let's get a bit more ink. I just want to create a nice sort of frame, a watercolour frame around the edge and follow it around here as well. So if you lay the water down, then pick up ink, then it all blends in into there. So I've got my
What's
frame.
the first thing you did when you got there? Because you said you've got yourself back into cross stitch. So what was the first thing when Marianne Design sent you the products? What's the first thing you do when you get them home?
I was quite excited about it, so I calmed myself down.
Oh, add a brew.
And then thought, oh, which one do I like? And you know, and I started with the diamond one actually because it was quick, you know, simple, and I just knew that that would be okay in just one colour. So that's what I wanted to try with before I then sort of went into any patterns and designs. I just wanted a quick practice, but I like to use what I'm practicing with as well, which I did. Okay, let's stick these down now then, these flowers.
A quarter of your one-day special has now already gone. A quarter of the big bundle of your one-day special now has already gone. £29.94. Remember, you can split the cost of that onto 2 interest-free flexible payments. £14.97 is what you're looking at. 973392 is your item number for your one-day special. I'll go through it in more detail shortly. Let's get back to demo though and see the end of this.
Okay, I'm just adding. Let's get the glue stick out. It's a bit quicker. I'm just gluing the bases of these leaves and adding them.
I don't think a glue stick is used enough in craft.
Oh, I absolutely love a glue stick. As some people probably know. Yes, I don't think so.
I think you are the only demonstrator that uses a glue stick.
No, I can't be.
You are.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Wow, I just love it. I love the tackiness of it. It wipes clean if you over glue anything. It wipes clean. It dries clear. It's just there. It's not too messy. I just love it.
You're a neat crafter though, aren't you, sir?
I am. Yes. Yeah. Where am I going to stick that one? Just pop it there. Okay. Now to decorate the centre. So with these dies here, I've got this one that I really like, but I just want it that little bit bigger. Well, they do have this one. This is another layer, a matted layer, but it's just got the stitching on it. I wanted something a bit more decorative. So what I've done is that I moved on to this die here, because I love this frame. This is gorgeous, this frame. And it fits, so they're interchangeable. It fits in there perfectly. So what I've done is I've picked out a light green and die cut that in this light green colour.
Well, that's nice.
So I'm going to stick that down. I like just sticking to a few colours and just have like a colour scheme. So then this one I'm going back to the watercolour card.
Okay.
Okay, which is here. And look how delicate the edges are.
Look
Isn't
at that little scalloped edge.
It's really sort of delicate and lacy. It's lovely. And then I'm also going to die cut the caption as well, because I think that's lovely and frilly. And it comes out far more delicately than it looks. So I'm going to go for this, pick out this sort of colour and go for this salmon-y colour. And look how that comes out. It's beautiful, isn't it? So delicate.
It is lovely. It is. I was watching the telly then for a minute. I got lost in your card. I got lost in your demo. I have just been told that we have 3.5 minutes left.
Great.
Officially 3.5 minutes.
This is another good thing about a glue stick. You know, you can just pat things on the back that are delicate like this. There,
we were just discussing this. Obviously, it was a one-way conversation, but we were just discussing glue sticks, and we were saying it's a bit like putting glue on the back of your hand.
Yeah,
yeah,
but you don't have to put it on your hand. Yes. Another thing I was going to use is I'm just going to add a bit more into here, a bit more foliage.
Let's do it.
So I've got these here, these little delicate pieces here.
Where have you got them from?
I was just trying to think.
Where have you pulled them from?
Where have I got them from?
I don't know.
I think it's.
Oh, are they from the Poinsettia?
No.
Okay.
No, I think it's
the
from.
hellebore?
I had it here. I think it's from that other.
Are you sure it's not the Poinsettia over there, look, the top left?
It is. That's why I've got it here. It is.
Poinsettia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
That's all right.
These are just gorgeous. I just love these. They're so delicate and lovely. So I've cut
This is what it is, look. This is what we're using.
Out of the
Poinsettia,
same green.
£10, 99 pence. They're the top 3 is what we're using from your little poinsettia flower. Let's say how we're adding them on. Do they all work
It's lovely,
together?
isn't it?
All works together.
Yes. I might need to just trim these, just to add a little bit more interest. And also, I want to follow round the circle with these as well, just to sort of hug that circle a bit more.
So it's not just all about the cross stitch in our one-day special. It's a bit of, you've got a bit of everything in this hour. We're sort of like mixed media this hour, because you've got a bit of cross stitch, you've got a bit of your normal craft that's in there as well. Maybe you're into your paper craft, you've always wanted to give cross stitch a go, but you thought, no, I'm not really into cross stitch kits. I can't really do them. I don't really understand the patterns. For this one, you're the designer. You can put the crosses wherever you want to put them.
And you can just follow, you know, the patterns that are there, the base patterns, and just cross-stitch lines, really. You can just do that. That's fine. That'll still look nice. And use it as a background then. It doesn't have to be the focal point. It can be the background. OK, I want to get this finished. And I just want to give it a bit of bling. See, I'm not using the flowers as the focal point. Sort of my lettering is the focal point. But you could just use one flower in there as well. That would make a good focal point.
We have a minute and a half.
OK, I've got some nice blingy gems here that I just want to put a few round the edge here, just to frame this part here.
Details of your warm winter wishes and your deer family. Remember, they do come with the beautiful deers as well. £11 and 99 pence. 026066 is your item number. You're getting the stag, you're getting the deer, and you're also getting the fawn.
OK. Do I want to put one in there? Yeah.
Well, go on.
Yeah.
We've got a minute.
That.
Go on.
Let's do that. And I want to add a bow as well.
Oh.
So I've got a green organza bow that I want to add. Green ribbon here. So I just want to just quickly tie a little bow. I'm a bit fiddly with my bows because I like them to look very precise. So I do play around with them a lot.
We've got 40 seconds. Where's this hour gone?
So I won't sort of bore you and just play around with the bow, but basically I've created this one. And I think I might just
we've got 25 seconds, so go on, Sue.
Let's pop it at the
top.
top.
Like a bauble.
There, so I think that's my nice pink and green, which I love these two colours together. It's not going to sit.
We've only got 15 seconds left of the hour. Sue and myself are back at 8 o'clock tonight. It's beautiful, Sue. It's beautiful. Thank you very much. Don't you go anywhere. There's so much more to shop for here on the wonderful world of the craft store. I will see you in an hour.